the surface of it, today's economy offers nothing more than a grueling fight for survival. Cost-cutting measures threaten both projects and staff levels. Morale is at a low. The challenges facing management today are greater than ever before. In times like these, business leaders need to upskill and improve performance. At the Chartered Management Institute, the only chartered professional body dedicated to management and leadership, a wealth of resources and support offer its members the tools to survive and prosper.
Managing change is all about managing people and having good communication skills. If you know there's a challenging future, you need to be discussing with your entire workforce, how are we going to meet that challenge? You know, who is going to meet that challenge? What does it require of people in order to deliver those changes and to actually meet the expectations of the market? How are you equipping people? How are you preparing for it? How are you planning ahead? And these are some of the key management challenges that I think face people at all levels of business, not just at the most senior level, although certainly we've seen the impact in boardrooms recently. People have been out of touch genuinely with what's actually going on. So that whole area of communication, really finessing your communication tools and opening yourself out to new ideas, it's absolutely crucial. I think the current environment produces a certain set of challenges for every manager and every leader. Essentially, you have to interpret what's going on. You have to try and make it simple so that people know which way the organisation is going and what they can do to achieve excellence. So you set really clear standards and you deliver against it personally. So you take responsibility for your own actions. Don't wait for someone else to tell you to manage yourself. And again, I think good managers will set excellent role models within their organisations, and those will in themselves create other managers that really know what they're doing. For me, the issue on training is if you think it's expensive to have really competent people, try incompetent. And we have been trying incompetent for rather a long period of time. And we know there are gaps in lots of companies, some of them quite senior, where there's been no preparation, no contingency planning, no thought about what if yesterday is very unlike tomorrow. How do we plan for that? How do we move ahead? So I think the issue about investing in management and leadership skills could not be more clearly demonstrated than at present. And it's perhaps, you know, a lesson for us to think through how we do that in a constructive way, working with organisations as well as with individuals. Which is another reason why the Chartered Management Institute exists, is to advise businesses on how to go forward with their management and leadership gaps. I want the CMI to reach many people that it currently is not reaching, particularly chief executives of small businesses, people perhaps at that first level of management or middle management that have never had any preparation for the jobs that they're doing, because I think we could make a very, very significant difference to their skills. But equally, I want those skills to be valued at board level, because wherever you look, the board sets the example. So I'd like the CMI to be working with company boards, to be working with employers, to set high standards of leadership and management, and to make sure they're echoed at every level in the organisation. People like to feel valued and wanted at work. They always have, they always will. It's just that the things that feed into that sense of value have changed over the years. And these days it's incredibly important for people to feel their employer has the right values, for example. Most people want to work for an employer who actually they can identify with. That it's not just a money-making machine. So if you are working in any business these days, you need to stress what your credentials are as an employer. You know, what values do you have? What beliefs do you have? What kind of corporate concept do you have? Is this appealing to people? Is it going to buy them in? Is it going to win their loyalty and support as well as their labour? And I think it's trying to round the concept, so actually you're implying the person who's feeling engaged with your company as well as obviously being paid by that company. In my opinion, the delivery agenda, which is everything at the minute, requires excellent communication. We can't just deliver what we did yesterday. We have to constantly look at the product and the service. Is it good enough? Are we doing it in the right way? Are we doing it in the right volume? Are we doing it with the right partners? How do we deliver a much better proposition to the customer such that we are absolute must-have? Competitive pressure is building all the time. I think management and leadership in the UK has a great future. But managers and leaders have got to get savvy. They've got to sometimes remember that they're as good as the workforce they're employing and make sure that that workforce is well skilled, well trained, well developed and able and willing to seize the future. And that really involves empowering people within the business to get on with things, not to wait to be told. So good managers actually create that impetus within their organisations, that dynamism, that proactivity amongst the workforce. And that's a key skill that we can help them with at the Chartered Management Institute.